So this is the first uh, video to introduce you to Photoshop, and you can see a portion of my screen here. Um, and I am going to open up Photoshop. The way I've opened up Photoshop is different on my computer than yours, but in both cases, we look for the window, kind of the four square shape. And in my computer, it's in the lower left-hand corner. In yours, it's here in the middle somewhere in the toolbar. And in mine, I opened it up and it makes sense. Photoshop's right here on your computer. When you click on that, there'll be something that says all apps. And you have to click on it for a download, go into Photoshop, and you may need to sign in with your school email, school password. And a couple things to think about with that. There may be a prompt that says something like, do you want to do this as a personal or do you want to do it as a school or company? Choose school or company because that's the license that we have. All right, so this is the Photoshop when you first open it up. And I wanted to show you something. There's right here is a bunch of tutorials. And you may want to use those tutorials because, of course, in class, we don't, just hang out on our phone if we're done with our work. So if you're a fast finisher, you can always come here, watch a short video, learn something, just to kind of continue your education in this. So I have, and then same here. Here's the Learn panel. And so since this Learn panel right now is selected, that's why we're seeing all of these interesting videos to watch. And I learn a lot from them. There's always something else to learn. So I could open up something. I could click on this and open up a file. But in this case, I'm just going to show you what happens if I want to do a new file. So I'm going to click on New. And look up here. I want to right now do something that's a really big file. So I'm going to click on Print, and I'm going to click on Letter, and then I'm going to click on the different orientation. I'm going to click on Portrait, and then I'm going to do Create. So when I do that, it ends up like that. So I want to show you a little bit about this workspace, and especially I want to show you the vocabulary. So here at the top, File, Edit, Image, Layer, Type, Select, Filter, View, Plugins, Window Help, that is the menu. So that's what we talk about when we say menu. Right under it is the Options or Control Bar. And then here to the left is the toolbar, okay? And the options and the toolbar are connected. I'll show you how that works. But let's go up to the image first. We'll, of course, learn a whole bunch of stuff here, but let's go down to image. Here's a way we can make adjustments. I could go here to the filter. Later on, I might be looking at filters, blurs, etc. View, I can, get closer in, but I'm going to show you kind of an easier way to do that. But right now, I want you to go into the Windows section, and we should be in the workspace that's called Essentials. And if you're not in Essentials, make sure that you click on Essentials, okay? Because that's what we're going to use most of the time. And then further down, sometimes you make small changes to your workspace and all of a sudden, you've lost something important. You don't know where the toolbar is or something like that. You can always come down here and do Reset Essentials. So I'm going to do that right now. So this is what kind of the default looks like for Photoshop. This is what it looks like right now. Here is the menu. And then I told you here's the options. So these right now are the options for this tool, okay? But if I change the tool, the options change, okay? Do you see that? So no matter what option I choose, whatever tool I choose, the options change up above, okay? So tool, option, menu. Now let's go over here to the right-hand side of the screen. And right here, these are panels. And right now you can see that it's taking up about a quarter of the screen, right? So that gives us less workspace. So sometimes we have to do that because we're selecting something, but we don't have to have it that way. Right now there's color swatches, gradients, patterns. I don't have to make it. So one thing I could do is I could minimize it. So right there, I'm going to, oh, I'm going to try anyway to make it smaller, okay? But I still have to have it here, so it's only so small I can make it. I can also close these. So to close them, I go up to Window and Colors here. So let's say I don't need color for this project. So I'm going to take it out. It disappeared from the panel. I can go to Layers. I can kind of close some different panels here, okay? But there's two panels that I'd like to have you have up. And so one of them is the navigator one. So there's my navigator, okay? Kind of a cool one. Look what happens with the navigator. I can kind of get closer and farther away. So it's kind of an easy way to zoom in. And the other one is history. So I'm going to go Windows, history, and this lets me kind of return to something that I've done before. So that's our introduction to the workspace, and make sure that you try these things out so that you have kind of some option, some idea of what's here. And that's it for this video.